What's up? Recording the next video, and what I'm currently going to be talking about. All these videos are off the dome. This is more of like a me to you, you to me type of content on this channel. And this video specifically is going to be about, is getting into sales worth it in 2026? And yeah, I just kind of want to give my opinion on it and what I think personally. But my opinion is very biased. Just to let you know, within the first 30 seconds of this video, I have a very biased opinion about sales because that's what I'm in. So, before I continue, tell you a little bit about me if you've never been here before. I'm 19 years old. I moved out of my hometown to a whole different city or a whole different state that I have no friends in, right? To where the only thing I do with my time is work, grind, build businesses, build side hustles, and things like that. I've been building businesses since I was about 15. I had a small little reselling business when I was 15, and that was like my introduction to sales and like negotiation and things like that. And then 16 is whenever I actually made the decision to go into a door-to-door position where I worked there for about 6 months, a year, made a decent amount of money, around like 5, 6K a month, something like that. I was making pretty good money. And then I moved into this other role where my skills unfortunately did not transfer over, and I kind of lost the feel for sales. I fell out of love with it, and that's whenever I got into marketing, and that's whenever I took got out of sales, not like fully got out, but like I just never really loved sales like I used to. So I did marketing for about 2 years after that, and I got back into sales whenever I turned 18. And I was just kind of building up from there, rebuilding my skill. And then last year in June is whenever I moved to this new state. And that's whenever I got deeper into sales. And then just like 2 months ago was whenever I got into tech sales. So now that you have a little bit of caught up background of what I am and what I do, now let's get into what I think about sales. I think sales is such a great vehicle, and one of the most vehicles that is in demand, because not a lot of people can do sales. Not a lot of people can do it because you have to face constant rejection, objections, be okay with being told that you're doing bad, be okay to get cursed out every now and then, be okay to understand that it takes time, and it's such a mental game to where it changes you as a person after you actually master sales. And the income potentials is limitless, quite literally, to where in door to door I was making 5K every month, as much as my mom, just by knocking on people's doors. And that should give you a little bit of perspective, like how it gave me perspective at that age, that I am not doing what I should be doing in my life. Like there's something more that I should be learning about, and there's something more that I should be using. And with that being said, that kind of leads me into the other thing of how can you get started, like what does it take to actually be a good salesman, and how you can get placed on offers, or how can you get jobs and some things like that. So I would say the easiest thing about sales is getting into it if you are someone who has an entrepreneurial mind, or someone who is very motivated, very dead set on a goal, to where you can get a sales job anywhere, right? You become a sales representative anywhere, literally anywhere. Um, I would definitely say it's more of a grind to get into a role like I am right now, but it is something that you can do, and it is something that is achievable. I've seen people do it, and I feel like it's something about that commission model that majority of sales places have. Like, okay, maybe you get a 1K base salary, and then the rest of it's going to be commission, or you get no base salary and you're living strictly on commission, to where it's kind of forcing you to, like, I have to learn, I have to be good, I have to sell, like, unless I'm not going to pay rent. um so yeah, that's why sales can be hard. It's more mental than it is anything, to where it changes you, like straight up, it changes you. And I feel like if I never got into sales at the age that I was, I feel like I wouldn't be here where I am currently. Like even if it wasn't something that I stuck to 100% at the time, like if I just was never exposed to that at the time, I wouldn't be here. Like at all. I wouldn't be here. I would still be living with my parents, working a 9 to 5, hating my life, look and things like that. Like we can go deeper into it, but we don't have to be depressed on this channel. But it's something that you never really think about, and it's something that I didn't really think about until recently of how much sales has changed my life. And I would recommend sales to anyone that wants to make something out of their life. And it's one of the main things. Without sales, you can't have marketing. Without sales, you can't have copywriting or email. Like you need a negotiate, you need a way of talking to someone, and you need a way to sell a product without someone actually caring or knowing about the product. That I feel is such a powerful thing, to where you can become a top closer, a top setter within 6 months to 6 months at most, if you're working like 10-hour days at least, because that's about what I work within my sales avenues. Because I work as an appointment setter for an offer, and then I also work in tech sales as a rep. Okay, but I would recommend sales to anyone, everyone, everyone, right? And of course, we need our cashiers, we need all that, like of course, whatever. But if you are someone who wants to make something out of their life, starting from something to nothing, sales is going to be that vehicle. Sales is 100% going to be that vehicle, to where you can build up a skill that pays you, to where now you can use that as capital to go invest into something that you want to do. And sales, it transfers to every different industry, to where you can do retail sales, or you can do door to door, or you can do remote, or you can do life insurance, you can do high ticket, you can do wholesale, you can do real estate in general. Like there's so many different avenues that you can take once you have mastered the skill, as long as it's something that you feel that you would be good at. And you can print, you can literally print in it. But yeah, if you guys want something a little bit more deeper, a little bit more deeper into like sales psychology, like we can get really deep into this, right? To where I can make videos on sales psychology. I've read so many books, I've had so much experience in the last couple years, honestly, in sales, to where I can kind of shed some light on some regular myths that people talk about in sales. That's not really a thing, and people just say it to get publicity, right? Yeah, this is a significantly shorter video, but I really just wanted to make this video real quick to kind of free up some of the things that I've been hearing recently, that sales isn't as what it used to be. Sales isn't good. You shouldn't get into sales. Like, okay, but this is the last thing. You will make more in sales as someone who spent 6 months to develop the skill than someone who went to college for 4 years in a regular 9 to 5 job. You will make quite literally double what they make. Okay. It took me 6 months at 16, 15, 16 to make 5K in a month consistently at that, without a college degree, still in high school, and I was making more than my mom at the time. I mean, so technically I am, but that's not the point. And that's what people don't understand about sales, is that it's a grind, but time always passes, right? It takes time, but time always passes. So where you can be a millionaire within 3 to 5 years in sales if you grind enough, right? And you actually understand your bottlenecks and work on those bottlenecks and improve, and you succeed. But I've done enough yapping. It is 9:30 right now. I need to get back to doing a couple of other things, but I did want to just make this video real quick. And if you guys want something more in depth, like the psychology part, just let me know. I will make that video 100%, and catch you on the next one.